The road from Maun leading towards the Khwai River starts with a pothole slalom. After approximately 30 kilometers, it turns into a dirt road which has never been in a good condition. Excessive use and the lack of maintenance have made the situation so bad that in all likelihood I will not come back again. There's no reason for me to ruin my car and my caravan while on vacation. First, I reduced the tire pressure to 1.6 bar. I might have to go later to 1.4 bar. This reduction in tire pressure helps to dampen the corrugation, but it's also essential when hitting areas with deep sand. Otherwise, one is maneuvering from one side to the other on this road just to see which gives the smoothest ride. Rain damage is being used as an excuse. However, the last rain has been 6 months ago. Enough time to do at least some repair work. For the 150 kilometers to the river, I need 4 to 5 challenging hours. The tracks in the game viewing area are in a much better condition. Limited usage at modest speeds are the reason. While traveling, I dream of the days where I flew with a then larger plane, with only one stop at Upington for immigration and refueling, from my home at the west coast of South Africa in only half a day to Kasane. I repeated this approximately 3 years ago, this time with my little pensioner jet with a few stops. This offers a fantastic view over the game viewing area from above. One can see nicely the impact such a river has on an otherwise dry semi-desert. It meanders like a green artery through the landscape, bringing water to animals and birds. Landing at Maun after crossing the Okavango Delta. From there, then back to my home at the west coast of South Africa. Very comfortable, but this experience lacks the proximity to the animals and birds which human beings like myself are seeking. This is the first day of the safari along the Khwai River. The Khwai River is an outflow of the Okavango Delta. It's now end of winter. The delta has reached its highest water level. It takes about 3 months for the water to arrive from the mountains of Angola via the Okavango River into the Okavango Delta. There are not many water sources, so one can expect that the game will concentrate along this river, and this is what makes this safari so interesting. But let's see what's coming in front of our lens in the next few days. A solitary saddle-built stork, bright colors which remind me of the German national flag. The ensuing days showed that the massive inflow of water, which didn't have time to evaporate sufficiently, was detrimental to the spotting of water birds. These birds found now food over a vast flood area and had widely dispersed. Such a massive body of water didn't worry this waterbuck bull. It is in any event used to find juicy grass at the edge of the water. Also, this pair of reedbuck is to be found mostly near water. This hippo loves water, and the more the merrier. This also applies, of course, to this crocodile. Lots of water means lots of juicy grass. This excites these waterbuck cows. Red letchwe are found only near water. Their hooves are spread wide so as not to sink too deep into mud. Always entertaining the cattle egrets, which are moving next to large animals up to the size of an elephant. They are catching insects which are chased into the air by the movement of the animals. The Egyptian goose and the sacred ibis have already been depicted on papyri by the ancient Egyptians. The ibis was even worshipped as the god Thoth, who was to protect the people against plagues of all sorts. Studying the Bible, this seems to have not always worked. Somewhat strange that the hippo does not like the presence of a crocodile. It threatens it to move away. Zebras are moving in to drink and forage. They are dependent on a daily water intake. The oxpeckers are tolerated. Somehow the zebras, like other animals, seem to know that these birds are beneficial to them by removing ticks and parasites of their hide. They also remove scab of wounds. Giraffe are built suitably tall to feed on high bushes and trees. To be tall does not always be of an advantage, in particular when drinking water. Oxpeckers find a lot of food on such a large height. Cattle egret accompany also impalas regularly. So many legs are bound to chase a lot of insects into the air. A good example of the peaceful coexistence of different animal species along the Khwai River. Another example of the peaceful coexistence. Also interesting, the presence of the cattle egret, who are not afraid walking alongside such an, in comparison, gigantic animal. The proximity of the river offers not only good food for the warthogs, but also plenty of opportunity of a mud bath for their skin care. For elephants like this bull, the environment offers everything it needs. One has to bear in mind that adult elephants feed approximately on 250 kilograms of green matter daily and spend 16 hours a day foraging. In addition, they consume up to 200 liters of water per day. Also, family groups of elephant find here everything they need. Water is there for drinking, but also spraying it onto the body to cool down. Mud is used to cover the hide for protection against parasites.